Hi guys, welcome to this yoga flow. This is going to be a short flow, but it'll be really invigorating, soothing for the body, especially if you've been doing some high intensity circuit training. We'll really open up the hips, the sides. Are you looking forward to this, Jeff?
We'll see how forward I am looking to this once we get rolling.
Okay, sounds good. So we're actually going to start today lying on our backs. Jeff will be going through all the motions. I'll go through most of them, and also I'll do some cueing and kind of adjusting him. But we're going to start on the back body, lying what we call in Shavasana. Okay, so this is, we won't be here for very long, okay? But we're just going to come into our breathing here. So I want you to just exhale all the air that you have in your lungs. Just exhale through your mouth. And then through your nose, inhale very, very, very deep. So your belly expands front, side, and back. And Jeff knows that open your mouth, exhale, ha. A few more deep cleansing breaths like that. So whether you've just woken up or it's at the end of the day, you're flushing everything out. Okay, bringing in fresh oxygen to the body. Yes, he is not shy with the sound. So inhale. We say that we store our issues in our tissues. Oh my God.
Sorry.
So let some go here. Just let them go. Good. So now I'll have you close your lips and inhale and exhale through the nostrils. The tongue rests at the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth, and you start to make a little bit of a Darth Vader sound at the back of the throat. So there's a little vibration that resonates at the back of the throat. And all the while you're pulling up your root lock and drawing your belly lock in. So this is starting to create some heat in the deep core muscles. Okay, it's as if you're stopping the flow of urine midstream. Those are the muscles that you're calling on, and then navel into the spine. We're all very familiar with that sensation. So sync both of those together with each exhalation, and you'll begin to fire up the core. This helps stabilize and protect the lower back. It activates those core muscles. So you start to get some heat in the body. We're going to have those muscles activated throughout the whole class. So you want to keep this vibrating breath, this victorious breath happening throughout the whole class. Okay, so let's now just take the hands, interlace them, and reach them right up over your head. At the same time, flex your feet. And I want you to really press into your right heel, and you almost draw your left heel back. So gently back and forth. If you don't know what I mean, I'm just going to use my arms as an example. So you're just doing a little bit of this. Imagine my arms are your legs. Okay, so you're pulling that femur bone, that thigh bone right up in the acetabulum, right up into the pelvis, in the hip joint, back and forth. Yeah, good. And then from here, yeah, let's just press everything away. Equal pressing away of your heels, of your fingers, good. And then let's draw the right knee into your chest and just give that knee a hug into the chest. A nice hug into the chest. Good, and then just rock it out wide towards the right armpit. Good. All the while, we're really charged up to the left leg, active to the left leg, left toes into the sky. Take your left hand and just reach it over your head. So your left heel and your left fingers are reaching away from each other, lengthening out that right sideline, or your left sideline rather. Good, and then we'll switch legs. So hold your left knee in tight to your chest, the right leg extends. Okay, really press through that right heel. Hold here for a couple breaths. As you inhale, the knee kind of migrates away from the belly, and as you exhale, you draw it in further. And then we take that knee nice and wide, reach that right arm up to the sky. Reach the right arm up to the sky, really press through that right heel, open up to the whole right side. Beautiful. Let's bring both knees in. Take your hands and cup your hands over your kneecaps. So cup them right over your kneecaps. And we're just going to do it like an egg beater motion with the legs. So the knees come into the chest and widen away. Good. So we're really just trying to awaken through those hip joints. Good. Stimulate that synovial fluid, that lubricating fluid in the joint, and reverse directions just to prepare the body for movement. Good. You might be able to hear Jeff's breath a little bit. If anything, you should be able to hear your own breath. Okay, good. Let's press the heels of the feet and the heels of the hands towards the sky. Really feel like the sky is coming down on you. So your fingers draw back and your toes draw back towards the shins, fingers towards the wrists. Good, and then point your toes, not aggressively, just a gentle point, and let your fingers droop over like puppy dog ears, and then spread the fingers and toes and do it again. So just working through all those small joints in the fingers, or in the hands, I should say, and the feet. And then we'll circle through those wrists and ankles. They're gonna have to support us in a lot of our postures today. So we really wanna just give them the chance to warm up and reverse directions. You might feel a little clicking, yeah, some sound effects, snap, crackle, pop, but hopefully some heat is starting to build in them, maybe a bit of burning, and then just shake them out. Shake them out. Good. Let's take the knees nice and wide. Pick up our shins, so we're trying to bring our shins perpendicular to the floor. We're grabbing the outside edges of your foot, your ankles, your shins, whatever is available, and gently rocking side to side. The tailbone here will naturally curl up. See if you can't draw your lower belly in and draw your tailbone down. Good, feel how that feels a little different. Play around with your spine curling up and your tailbone drawing down. Okay, so now, bring the knees in just nice and tight and rest the soles of the feet right on the mat. Okay, so we're gonna have our hands at our sides, palms facing the sky, heels right underneath the knees, and we're gonna tuck the tailbone under. We're slowly gonna roll up the spine, elevating the hips, not to their highest height yet, we're just waking up the body, and then as if you're bringing a string of pearls back down onto the ground, one vertebrae at a time. Once you get to the bottom, press your tailbone into the earth, and then tuck the tailbone under and roll back up. Imprint the low back and then roll back up. So as the spine starts to warm up, the string of pearls come back down. Notice how your spine wants to come down in chunks. Press your tailbone into the earth so you can take a dinky carve underneath your lower back, and then flatten that space out and then roll up the tailbone. Good. You want to lengthen the back of your neck here. So I'm kind of looking a little bit at the camera. Once you know what we're doing, I want your gaze straight ahead. We'll hold this one here. We'll hold this here. And we'll gently rock on those shoulder blades. Some of us may, if we're very open across the chest and shoulders, interlace. This might be too early for you to do that in the practice. That's fine. Pressing down into your heels, really elevating the hips. Watch the knees don't splay. They tend to want to open. Imagine you're squeezing an invisible ball or a yoga block between the knees. Beautiful. Firing up to the glutes, okay? The bum, the backs of the legs are working. And then slowly lower down, broaden through the back, and one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to fire up the lower abdominals. So you can have your legs straight here. Jeff will show that straight away. Legs straight up to the sky. Or you can do this with your knees bent. Your hands are at your sides. We're imprinting your low back into the mat. Okay, both feet are flexed. So flex as if you're standing on them. Even though I like the look of pretty pointed toes, we're not going to do that here. So we're going to inhale, lower the heels down to hover over the earth, and exhale, draw them back in. So again, if your lower back is weak or sensitive, you may feel that you even need to do one leg at a time. If it's ready to party and rock and roll and your core is fired up, you can do this with straight legs. And Jeff just demonstrated single straight legs. Yes, inhaling nice and firm and tight through the core on the way down, imprinting the low back. Exhale, lift up. Slow and controlled, firing up that core right away, waking it up. It's been sleeping, whether it's been sleeping at your desk or sleeping in your bed, it's been sleeping, now we're firing it up. Good, let's do two more. Slow and controlled, relax the face, exhaling up. Good, one more here. Control, that's it, good. Bend the knees again, straight away, curl the spine off the mat like Velcro. We're just gonna increase the pace a little bit here. Lower your hips halfway to the ground and then driving them back up. Again, lower them down. Think about those hip bones right up to the sky. Watch the knees don't flail. Okay, push into the heels, fire up the glutes. The knees are gonna wanna flare out. Two more, please. Nice long back of the neck. Watch you're not cramming your throat into your chest. Hold up. And again, maybe you want to rock side to side.
Okay, many of us will stay here. If you feel like you're ready for more, you need more to take you to your yoga edge, bring your knees together and extend one leg out at 45 degrees. Here you can work on pointing and flexing your foot. All that work is just driving down through that right heel, and then when you're ready, you'll switch. When you switch, try to switch with minimal shifting. Nice and quiet. We'll try one more time each side. If you're holding up, keep holding. Watch that the hips aren't sagging and you're not tilting. Broad across the collarbones. Energize through that back body. Good. And lower down. Don't just fall. Slowly, purposefully lower down. Control the spine. Legs right up again. Same thing to lower the abdominals or to work the lower abdominals, fire them up, lower the legs down. Nice and slow, hover them and flex them to come up. You might want to add a little extra lift at the top. That's up to you. I'm going to point my toes on the way down a little bit and then flex them and drag them up. It's as if you're moving your body through honey. So slow on the way down and then really slow on the way up. You really have to fire it up. Do you feel that, Jeff?
I do.
Good. Inhale.
She's getting warm.
Exhale. Fire up. If you even have to kind of gently encourage those abdominals to fire, don't be afraid to just kind of tap on them. Okay. We'll try 2 more times. Really waking everything up before we're even coming to a seated position. Good. One last one. Beautiful. Okay, so you can bring your knees into your chest. We're going to do one of 2 things. You can turn onto your side to come up to seated, or you can rock and roll. If you don't know what that means, you're just going to do like you often see kids doing. We're going to create a little bit of momentum so the hips lift up a bit, tuck the chin in, and we're going to go back and forth. If you have any sensitivity issues in the neck, you're not going to do that. Okay? And we're going to come all the way up to seated. Good, seated nice and tall at our mat. So, we're going to do a V-sit or a boat pose. So, we're going to scoop the lower belly, okay? Scoop the lower belly from the pubic bone to the belly button and extend the arms right out. Okay, so the toes can be pointed or the feet can be pointed with the toes flexed. If you're really ready already to extend the legs, go right ahead. Scoop the belly, so we're firing up the core straight away. Straight away. I think you figured that out. Good. Keep the chest proud and lifted. Relax your jaw, shoulders melt away from the ears. Okay, we're just gonna come forward. Soles of the feet together. Just a gentle forward lean here. Gentle forward lean. Allow yourself to just rock side to side. We're going to do one more like that, okay? Just gently rocking side to side. We're going right into it today. Good, and then we'll bring the knees in, tip right back, scoop the belly, and come back up into that boat pose again. Control here. Watch we're not rounding, so what tends to happen is a rounded position here. Okay, so really long spine, 45-degree angle. Yes, between that. Yes, yes, yes. Puff the chest, Jeffrey. Relax the face. Scoop. Use those deep, deep core muscles. They're wanting to be activated. They're wanting to be worked. Scoop the belly, scoop the belly, scoop the belly. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Tip right over, and let's come on to the hands and knees. So onto the hands and knees here. The wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips. We'll go from a cat to a cow. So we're going to exhale, press into the earth, round out the spine, tuck the chin under, and then inhale, come forward into the cow pose. Watch we don't dump into the lower belly. Exhale, round right up. Really draw your chin in and your navel up towards the spine. Push the earth away from you. Tuck the tail under, almost as if someone's gently pressing the tail forward. And then inhale into that cow pose, broad across the collarbones, broad across the sit bones. And then scoop it all back up again. Feel that sensation through the spine, that beautiful stretch like a black Halloween cat. One more time, inhale. And exhale, once we're here, come up to tented fingers and just wiggle around a little bit. Wiggle to the right, wiggle to the left. Good.
hands right down, okay? So from here, we're gonna take the right thumb and the left leg and lift up into a spinal balance. If the shoulders are tight, you take the arm out at 45 degrees. The core is active, right? We've already fired up this area. Watch we're not locking out or hyperextending into that elbow. Good, let's lower down. Inhale here, exhale. Draw the core in and switch. Good, beautiful. Watch the head doesn't drop. The gaze is just past the edge of your mat. Gaze is just past the edge of your mat. Good. So this time, let's see if we can't bend that left knee. So the left knee that lifts up is gonna bend. We're gonna push firmly into that left hand and we're gonna twist. We're gonna see what happens. We're just gonna twist. Maybe we're gonna be able to catch that foot. For most of us, that's not accessible, and that's fine. Listen to your body, okay? Only you know what you've been doing too much and not enough of. So Jeff has got great mobility here. He's gonna press his foot into his hand and continue to gently twist, open towards the right, opening up through the whole right side of his body, across the chest, the bicep. And once you've had enough, you probably have had enough now, coming back down. Good, and let's try the other side. Lift that right leg up, twist. See if we can't catch that foot and press down into that right hand and then twist. This is actually a nice delicious back bend, side opener, front body opener. Good, press into the hand. Beautiful, and come forward. Okay, let's take that right hand, we're gonna look up to the sky and then we're going to come right under and thread the needle. The left fingertips press into the earth. We're gonna lean over to the right side. And we're just gonna let our hips kind of sway over to the right side a couple times so that we really feel that stretch underneath the scapula, okay? And all through the right side of the body, okay? Good. To come up out of this, make sure you press into that left hand to slowly come up. Good. Okay, so let's do the other side. So we come into that almost a cat tilt position with our spine. We reach under, and if you're very tight here and you can't get down, you can always roll up a mat or a pillow to help elevate the foundation. Fingers are tented and you're leaning to the left. Leaning to the left, feel that through the whole left side of the body. You may even feel that through the right top side of the body. Be gentle with yourself. Good, push into that hand to come all the way up. Okay, let's spread the fingers. Take the hands right underneath the shoulders with the knees bent, the toes are curled. We're gonna just hover. So then the knees just lift right off the mat. You press down into the hands. And then just shift forward and back. And then shift side to side, warming up through the shoulder girdle, warming up through the core. It's already getting pretty hot, to be honest, in the core. Good. Nice. And then place the knees down. Take the hands further in front of you. Curl the toes and let's press down back into downward dog. And we'll pedal the feet out here. So the knees definitely start off bent. Both bent or one bends and the other heel lowers to the ground as that knee straightens. So really take some time here. Shift the weight side to side. So we're really trying to use those lat muscles, those big wing muscles in the back. So we don't want to be like this with the shoulders up to the ears. In our down dog, we really want to plug the arms into the back, plug the arms into the rib cage. How do we do that? We really have to activate those lats. How do we do that? We sometimes bend the knees a bit more if the hamstrings are quite tight so the hips can get the weight can get way back into the hips. Okay, so now, yeah, you're okay, Jen. You can manage, but thanks for demoing it. So let's shift forward into a plank. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are stacked. And then exhale back to down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, roll it through. Without letting the hips drop and the head hang. Exhale back. Feel that you click into that plank. The core gets really fired up. You're pressing into your hands. Your chest is working. Exhale back. Good, and one more time forward. Let's hold this back. Hold this back. If you're ready for a little bit more, charge up your practice. Take the right leg up, bend the knee, and open the hips. Okay, you're trying to really have the hips face for us it's the right side of the room, okay? So this foot is imagining as if it's pushing into a wall and then he's pressing his hips and pelvis away from me. So it's like you're doing a lunge, but really upside down in that upside down V. It should feel good. You're really pressing the pelvis towards that right side. Okay, let's come down. If you had that leg up, maybe you rest in a child's pose if you need to, or you go right to the other side. Totally up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. So here, you really have to get strong into that upper body to lift up that left leg and open it up. Okay, so it's not just about the knee going up to the sky. It's about that left heel, whatever heel you've got up. That left heel is as if it's falling off the right side of the mat. So you have the wall there. You can actually push your foot into the wall and then press the hips out of it. It kind of feels good there. So, yeah, so if you have yourself lined up to a wall, that's nice. You really get kind of the extra bonus of this pose.
That wasn't by design, it was fluke.
That was a fluke, yes, okay. So, and then once you've had enough, either right back to down dog if you want to challenge, or take a moment in child's pose. Take a moment in child's pose, down dog, catch your breath. Okay, again, if you feel like you're up in your shoulders here, take your feet further back, bend your knees so the weight's back into the hips. Beautiful. Good. Deep breath in and long breath out. Okay, so let's take the right leg high to the sky. Sweep it through between the hands. Bend your back knee down to the ground. Down to the ground. Reach the hands up over your head. Reach the hands up over your head. And I just want you to inhale, come back for a moment, and exhale, sink forward. Good. Inhale back and exhale forward. I just want to give them lots of space so they can see your hips going forward. Yes. And then we're going to hold here forward, hold on the forward, take the right hand on the left wrist and reach up and over. If you know me, you know this is one of my favorite positions to hold. Really stretches out through that whole left side. Good. Beautiful. Take both hands on the inside edge or the inside of your right foot. Pick up your back foot. Shift the weight forward and back. You don't have to pick up the back foot, that's not necessary. But if you can, try. You can always use blocks underneath the hands. Now, let's see if we can push the weight back into the hips. Pick up the right toes and straighten the right leg. Very deep hamstring stretch. Good, and then we'll sink down. We'll do this a couple of times dynamically. So down and back up. Down and back up. Keep drawing your right hip back. Down and back up. We'll hold on the stretch back. If you're there and you want to stay, stay. Good. Shift your weight forward. Now we're going to take the right leg back. Take the right leg back. Bend the knees. Lower the body down towards the earth. Inhale into an upward dog or a cobra. I'm going to demo cobra. Just warming up to the spine. Exhale. Bring the chin back down. Inhale. Lift back up. Maybe you lift a little bit higher this time. And then back down. You don't want to feel any compression in the spine. Back bends are really wonderful to fire up the body. Good. They create heat in the body. This time, curl your toes, hands under your armpits, press back to down dog. Same thing on the other side. Left leg lifts high, come through. If you need to double up on your mat, you can do that in this lunge, right? If you need to double up, do that. Take the hands up, and we can just kind of go back and forth a couple times here. Ease those hips into it. Whenever you're doing this kind of position, fire up that right glute, the back glute. Good, to make sure that you can really open up. We'll hold here, left hand on right wrist if you can for balance, and stretch right over. If the lower back is bothering you at all, lean a bit further forward. Very nice. Take your time here. Once you're had enough, take both hands to the inside edge of your left foot. Maybe you have to wiggle your left foot out a bit to leave space. Pick up your back knee. Pick up your back knee. Shift forward and back. Again, you can have your hands on the ground. You can have your hands in fists, or you can have your hands on blocks.
And now we're gonna press our weight back into the hips. Lift up the front toes. Yes, pull your pinky side of your toe back and then come back down. So we're gonna go back and forth. My left side is always tighter. Notice if your left or right is tighter. When you're practicing on your own, spend more time on that tighter side. Keep feeling like you're scissoring your inner thighs as you go back. Yes. One more and we'll hold back if you're not already there. Hold it back. Let your head soften down. Beautiful. Come forward with the strength of your upper body. Push into your hands. Take your leg back. So now you can go with the knees bent into the cobra again, or if you're ready to pump it up, come into the yoga, push up, chaturanga, and up dog. Okay? Curl the toes, press back to downward dog. Press back to downward dog. Rise up on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, melt down. Ground into your feet. Inhale, big reach up. Press the hips and pelvis forward. Nice gentle back bend. Yes, hands land down at your sides or at your heart center. Whatever feels right. Good. And then from here, we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look up halfway. Scoop the belly, squeeze the blades, step or jump back into your chaturanga. Inhale, down. Exhale, down, I should say. You got it, JJ. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. So we're going to do that 3 times without the jump. So we're going to inhale, come forward. Exhale, fully lower down. Inhale, up dog. Open up through your heart center. Exhale, down dog. 2 more just like that, or maybe you're taking it up or you're taking it down a notch. Lower. Slowly inhaling up. Exhale back. 1 more time. Inhale. Slowly lower. Yes. And back. Beautiful. Rise upon the balls of the feet. Bend the knees. Step or jump through. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, ground down, inhale, rise right up, press the hips and pelvis forward, exhale, beautiful, bend the knees, sit back into Utkatasana chair pose, reach the hands to the sky, good, sit back, lift your toes up, so you know your weight's back into your hips, and then mouth right forward and down, inhale, look up, scoop your belly, squeeze your blades onto your back. Root your hands, step or jump back. Lower chaturanga. You can bend your knees here. Any way you want to do this. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high to the sky. Right leg goes to 12 o'clock. Left toes go to 10 o'clock. Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. I'm going to show what this looks like straight on. So the feet are on 2 separate tracks of your mat. Okay? Good. Your arms are plugged right into the body. Press back into that left heel as you sink down into the right heel. Inhale, straighten that front knee, and exhale, sink down. So inhale, come with me, straighten. Exhale, sink. Good. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. Good. He's thinking about drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. 1 more time. Good. Sink here. Open up into warrior 2. So you turn the left toes to the left side of the mat so they're parallel with the front and back of the mat. Press the palms down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink down. Inhale. Exhale. When you exhale, sink into your heel. As you inhale, straighten. You press more into the ball of the foot or the whole foot. Exhale, sink into the heel. Yes, inhale. Lift up your kneecap. Exhale, sink into the heel. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale here, stay in this warrior 2 pose. Press the palms down into invisible resistance. Hold this, please. Feel as if your right heel and your left instep are gonna buckle the center of the mat by pulling them together so those inner thighs really fire right up. Feel them fire up.
Beautiful. Straighten the front leg. Take your hands over your head. Take your left hand on your right wrist. Keep your legs straight without locking, and just a very gentle lean back. Very gentle. It's more of a lean over than back. Good, and let's come forward. We're gonna windmill the hands, all 10 toes face the front of the room. Good, now before we do anything here, pick up your right toes again and melt forward. Yes, we did this earlier. Shift, come forward, take that leg behind you. It can float or it can land. Lower chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg high to the sky, right toes turn out to 2 o'clock. Again, your feet are on 2 separate tracks of that yoga mat and sink into that warrior 1. Good. Inhale, straighten that front leg, pick up the kneecap. Exhale, sink down, charging up the body. Inhale, exhale. Yes. Feel the kneecaps lifting, the quads energizing. Exhale one more time. Inhale. And exhale, hold. Exhale, hold this. Beautiful. Keep pressing to the outside edge of your back foot as you sink into the front of your left heel. Vira 1. Now we're going to go to Vira 2. So the left heel comes in line with the right instep. Press the hands down into that invisible resistance. So it's as if you're pushing down here. Really press down there. And then straighten your front leg. Inhale, exhale, sink down. Inhale, straighten, push to the heel. Exhale, sink onto the ball of the foot. The knee never goes over again. The knee never passes the ankle. It stays stacked. 2 more. And then we'll find our warrior 2 pose, Virabhadrasana 2. We're pressing to the outside edge of this back foot, lifting up that instep. All this is fired up here, spiraling here and drawing up to the back leg. Beautiful. Feel like you're buckling the center of the mat with the heel and the instep drawing towards one another. Yes. And then we'll straighten the front leg, take the hands over the head. The right hand grabs the left wrist, and we just reach up and back just a little bit. Just a nice stretch here. Opening up. Good. And we're going to spin around, windmill to the front. All 10 toes face the front. Pick up those left toes now. Melt down. Feel the baby toe of your left foot draw back. Notice how that really sends that beautiful charge up the whole back line of the leg. Good. And roll forward. Press into the hands. That leg can float back or land. The knees can be down as well. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Watch we don't lock out of the joints. Exhale, down dog. Right leg comes up high again. Sweep it through. We'll go to warrior 1 again. Warrior 1 again. This time the feet come a little bit wider to leave some space. You can grab the strap if you have, or you can just interlace your fingers behind your back. You can grab a towel. Okay, square the hips and shoulders out, and we're going to do humble warrior. Lead with the heart and slowly bring the head forward. So what this would look like with the strap, if the shoulders are a bit tight, you can hold on to the strap to turn your thumbs out. Yeah, so he's going to grab the strap, thumbs are out, and he's going to hinge forward. Yes, all the while keeping strength through the outside edge of the back foot. Feeling the right hip draw back as the left hip draws forward. The right knee is still bent, that's okay. Good, once you've had enough, that's probably enough. You can come back up. If you want to get back down into it, once you adjust the feet, that's fine. Yes, there will be a little bit of a diagonal position with the body naturally, and then come all the way up. Okay, good. You can release the strap kind of at your side. We're going to come back here into that warrior 2. We've been here. Yes, take that right heel in line with the left instep. This time, we're going to turn both palms towards the sky. We're going to inhale, reach back. Okay? Sun warrior. Inhale back. Exhale. Oh, I've got your breathing all messed up. Well, we'll just exhale down. We inhale into our back bends. Good. Really extend there. You can exhale while you're there. And let's do one more and hold. Some of us like to bend one arm, maybe take one hand around to reach for the opposite thigh, or maybe even take the hands to clasp and reach up and back. None of this is necessary or required. Good. Once you've had enough, unravel. Good. Let's take that right hand onto that right elbow, or that right thigh rather, and then we can take this left hand up. Trying to create a diagonal line from the outside of the left foot to the outside of the left fingers. Maybe these fingers come down. Maybe these fingers come down. Beautiful. Look down, press into your feet, come up. Okay, we're gonna do this similar with the front leg straight. Shorten your stance, we're coming to triangle. Shorten the stance a bit, especially if you've gone quite wide there. We're reaching forward. This time, the front knee does not bend. If you have any SI issues, lower back sensitivity, you just have a micro bend in your knee the whole time. Otherwise, the leg's straight without locking it. You're feeling like you're pressing your hips and pelvis forward, and then you're drawing your upper body back leaning into an invisible wall. So you're really rotating the rib cage, energizing through the top and bottom fingers. Beautiful. Keep pressing the hips and pelvis forward gently. Lean the upper body back. Good. Look down into your feet. Press into the strength of your feet. Come on up. Good. Windmill to the front. Windmill to the front. Turn all 10 toes to the front, and then take the right leg back. You can have it floating or landing. And then we'll exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Believe it or not, we're almost there. Exhale back, right toes turn out, left leg comes through. Vira 1, warrior 1. We're gonna make this a humble warrior. So this is where you grab your towel, don't be shy, or anything, sweatshirt, anything to just hold on to so you have a little bit more, just more openness across the chest. So if you're tighter, you definitely wanna do this. Square your hips as much as you can, your shoulders as much as you can to the front of the room. Maybe get a little bit on a diagonal, that's fine. And then with your core tight, nice long spine, come forward and down. Come forward and down. Keep drawing your belly button into the spine. Keep pressing through the outside edge of that right foot. The hips are back, the core is engaged so you don't fall on your head. Yes? And then from here, push into your feet, lengthen your spine, come all the way up. Good, let's turn to warrior 2. Let go of the strap, front knee's bent, back knee is straight, back leg is straight. Turn the palms to the sky, find that warrior 2. And with an inhale, reach up and back. So when you tend to go back, this front knee likes to straighten. Keep it soft here. Stay down in it. Inhale, exhale back. And then when you're ready, inhale up and back again. Maybe you bend your top elbow or you reach your bottom hand around to the opposite thigh. Okay, and last time, really enjoy this. Stay bent into here. Feel this delicious stretch through the whole left side of the body. Yes. Good. Once you've had enough, come back up. We're going to straighten the front leg. We're going to come into that triangle. Okay, we shorten our stance a little bit, especially if we've gotten quite wide there. We're going to have the left heel in line with the right instep. We lengthen, 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 and then we let the left fingers come down, right fingers up. Again, here, you want to feel as if your pelvis is pressing forward and your upper back is leaning into that invisible wall, which will really open up through the whole top side of the body. This is a twist, okay? Draw your navel in. Keep leaning back with your upper body and forward with your pelvis. Don't forget your breath. If you've lost that Ujjayi breathing, back off a little bit to get back to your breathing. Root lock, belly lock. Okay. Exhale all your air, look down, come all the way up. Beautiful. Let's windmill to the front of the mat. All 10 toes and fingers come to the front of the mat. Good. Take that left leg back. Lower chaturanga. We're almost there. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg comes high to the sky. Sweep it through. Sweep it through. This time, we are going to lift up the back leg and come into a standing split. So lift up the back leg. We're scissoring the inner thighs. We're melting the chest and the forehead down towards the earth. So the chest comes to the leg, the forehead's coming towards the knee. You really want to scissor the inner thighs and pick up these inner thigh muscles, and the glute is what's lifting your leg up, and you're melting your heart down. Beautiful. Beautiful. From here, take your hands a little bit further forward, tented fingers. Turn your toe now. You're coming to an open hip position, so turn the toes towards the left side of the room. Yes, with the legs straight. And then you're doing your best to take the left hand onto the hip or take the left hand up to the sky. So first twist the body, find your balance. Then if you're ready, take the hand up. Then if you're ready, you'll take the gaze up. Don't try to do it all in one swoosh or you'll lose your balance. Okay, keep strong through those fingers and press through that back heel. Feel that whole side of the body really opened. Yes. Beautiful. And then from here, take all 10 fingers and toes to point to the front of the room. Take that right leg back. You've got it. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Very invigorating here. Exhale, down dog. He's invigorated. Left leg lifts high. Sweep it through. So all 10 toes are pointed to the front. You'll take your hands a little bit further in front of where they probably naturally landed, and then you're lifting up that right leg. So you're not going to get this big high and sexy for this standing split. That happens when you go into the half moon balance. Okay, we're really using that right glute to lift the leg and the inner thigh to pull up. The outer thigh draws down. Press through the heel. All this back line of the body is engaged. Keep melting the body forward now. Hamstring. We worked those in our earlier pyramid poses. And then from here, we allow, first thing happens, all 10 fingers stay on the mat. The toes turn out where they've been wanting to go. The hips are trying to stack one on top of the other. The hand comes to the hip, the shoulders square, and then the fingers come to the sky, and then the gaze comes to the sky. And then we keep pressing through that right heel. Energizing. The toes can go towards that right side. Yes. Once we've had enough, come down, unravel it all. Step or jump those feet back. Let's all bend the knees and lower all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. Wow. Let's have the legs together like one big strong leg. Hands at your sides. Lift your chest and face, roll your shoulders up and back, and hold here. So we feel the shoulder blades drawing back and then drawing down those ribs. The gaze is just past the front of the mat. The tendency is for the head to lift too high here. A little tuck of the chin. If you're ready to fly, lift those feet off. So not only, it's just the pelvis here only, anchoring you. Otherwise, it's the tops of the feet and pelvis anchoring you. Yes, really, not necessarily physically, but energetically. Lift, 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 and then rest down. Make a pillow for the forehead, bend the knees, and gently windshield wiper the legs out. Gently windshield wiper the legs out. Good, let's bring the legs together like one big strong leg. We'll do this one last time. Back bends really energize the body. If we're feeling down and depressed and a little bit low energy, lethargy, back bends charge us up. They create heat in the body. So knowing that, gather up all the strength in the back of the body and lift up. The lift is not with the head. It's with all the muscles in the back of the body. Yes. Relax your face. Feel the shoulders broad. Yes. Feel the backs of the arms engaged. Feel the inner knees drawing towards one another. The big toe balls drawing towards one another. Lift, lift, lift. Good. And don't lower all the way down. down, hands underneath the chest or armpits rather, and press back into down dog. Knees nice and wide. Feet can be curled or toes can be curled or big toes can come together. And just take a couple breaths here. Let the hips sway gently side to side. If being in this position is uncomfortable and your forehead doesn't get to the ground comfortably, stack your fists one on top of the other so the forehead has some support, so it's not just hanging your neck and the weight of your head in the breeze. Or you can put a bolster or a pillow here. I want you to breathe into the back of the body. We're gonna let go of that Ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth here. So we're gonna inhale laterally, feel the breath fill up the sides of the body by the kidney wings, and then exhale, soften. Deep breath in, long breath, ha. Maybe open the mouth, let out a ha breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, just like we started. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, just a couple more breaths like this. Inhale and exhale. Last breath, inhale deeply and exhale fully. Now, you can just stay right here if that's comfortable for you, or you can turn onto your back and just lie in that same position as we started for just a couple breaths in Shavasana. In yoga, we call Shavasana is the corpse pose, the final resting pose. So it's up to you, okay? Some of us aren't comfortable lying on our back like this. Maybe the knees are bent. Soles of the feet can be together, or knees can be bent and coming in towards one another. The feet are out wide. So letting go here of all breath control. So you're letting go of the root lock and the belly lock. You're letting go of that vibration at the back of the throat. You're just allowing the hands and arms and feet and legs to lay weightless into the mat. You're allowing the belly to rise and fall with your breath. Feel all the points of your body that are connected with the earth to get just a little deeper, just a little heavier, so that all those points just melt through your mat, through your floor, into the earth underneath you. Just melt the whole back body. Allow the front body to feel light and open. Allow it to just really absorb and receive all of that energy that you've created. Allow it to sink through your skin, penetrate into your muscles, and just absorb into your bones. Allow your whole body to accept and receive all the benefits of this practice. Stay here as long as you can. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. And until next time, thank you so much. Namaste.